When you're in an argument with your partner, have you ever thought about taking notes? Have you ever thought about just sitting there quietly and taking notes while they were expressing what they felt to you versus trying to respond to everything they were saying?
Have you thought of taking notes when in an argument with your partner? Like writing the argument, okay, what is the point of the argument? What are we talking about? What are we arguing about? Then you're taking notes or you're doing a voice note. What is your take on taking notes when in an argument with your partner? I want to share this video for you all to watch to the end, then I'll come back and talk about it.
When you're in an argument with your partner, have you ever thought about taking notes? Have you ever thought about just sitting there quietly and taking notes while they were expressing what they felt to you versus trying to respond to everything they were saying? Y'all, let me tell you something. One day, me and my man got into it, and he called me on the phone after he had his time to get his little space, right? And he called me on the phone, and he said, listen, there's some things I want to talk to you about. But before I talk to you about it, I want you to grab a pen and a paper, and I want you to write down what I'm talking about because I don't want to be interrupted, okay? I want to get past all my points, and I want to tell you what I mean. And if you have any questions, make sure you put a pen in it so that way you can come back to it because I don't want you to interrupt me in the middle of this conversation. I said, oh, my God. I didn't know if I should have been offended or turned on, but baby, I got my pen and my paper, and I started taking notes. And let me tell you something. After he said everything he said, he was like, okay, I'm finished now. And then boom, I was able to go ahead and say what I needed to say. I put a pin in everything that I had to say, and I talked to him about it, and he did not interrupt me one time. He listened. And by the time both of us expressed ourselves, we were able to go back and forth with all the details, get context, go deeper. And then when the call was over, we both understood each other. We felt closer to one another. We had an understanding and we were able to move forward in our relationship. Baby, take notes. Take notes in your arguments. Don't just argue. Argue productively, especially if your goal is reconciliation, especially if your goal is understanding. Because if you think about relationships, we're getting to know the other person constantly. And if both of us are focusing on arguing and not listening, neither one of us are going to get any points across. We're just going to develop resentment and feel unheard in our relationship. So I don't know who needs to hear this. But before you have another argument with your partner, pull out a pen and paper and make sure your partner pulls out a pen and paper and takes notes so that nobody feels unheard.
Hey beautiful people, gorgeous people, how y'all doing today? It's your girl Maria David and I'm back again with another interesting video. Taking notes when you're arguments with your partner. How does it feel like? I've not done something like that before, but do you think it's going to make any difference or nothing is going to change? Or do you think this will work with most men? Because women talking about it right here, do you think this will work with most men or it's not going to change anything? Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I have few stitches to share with you also. Let's watch stitches together and I'll be back at the end of all the stitches. But then let me know your thoughts and opinion down in the comment section.
When you're in an argument with your partner, have you ever thought about taking notes? Have you ever thought about just...
I'm so happy that it worked for you guys, but it didn't work out for my relationship. He said that I was being smart, even though I said I raised hearing as I have ADHD and I get overwhelmed and anxious and I can't remember all the information that it gives me, so I need to write it in my notes. And he's like, I don't like how you writing it down. Okay, do you want me to smile while I'm doing it? See, now you're just being a smartass. I was like, how you want me to write it? I don't want you to write nothing. How am I gonna remember?
Yeah.
Well, you don't love me enough to remember. I already told you why I can't remember. So this type of situation was a lose-lose. Anything I did. So I put down a pen and paper and I'm listening. He's like, you not hear what I said? I'll just remember the last part, which is you feel disrespected. Is there anything else? I said, I know you talked a lot, but that's all I remember. He said, wow. You don't even love me enough to even remember. I don't know what to say, bro. I told you my situation. I'm trying, and you complaining. Like I literally was dating a woman. I was the masculine in this relationship. And when he started crying while he's telling me what was going on, I'm like, and he's like, so you don't even care? I said, hold on, I get really pissed. You tell me I don't care. You being so nonchalant. I said, hold on, you don't even know my emotions. I don't even know my emotions. My emotions happen later. But give me like 10 minutes for it to soak in. Like, I don't react that way. And he knows this. But he wants to react as soon as he reacts. He started crying, he want me to cry too. So he kept repeating that on every argument. I said, so you want me to cry? You're crying right now? You want me to cry? I'm crying. Give me a minute. See, you're just disrespecting me. I'm like, you're disrespecting me. How you gonna tell me how I feel? What is this? How I feel. Anyways, yeah, that's my rant.
When you're in an argument with your partner, have you ever thought about taking notes?
But does this work with narcissistic mothers who have no empathy and only care about what they have to say and don't care about your feelings, and anything you say is directed at them because they can't hear everything you're trying to say and they only want to hear themselves talk? Those of us with narcissistic mothers need to know. Can you send this to them? Yeah. Thank you.
When you're in an argument with your partner, have you ever thought about taking notes?
Yes, and let me tell you what I be doing. I be pulling out the voice memos because I don't got time to be writing down notes. No, voice memos that ass. Because you want to know why? You're going to remember everything you said to me. And all that, what you got to say, it's going to go out the window once you're done. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I used to get high all the time, so I used to be like, yeah, I ain't going to remember this. I ain't going to remember this argument. And I never remembered the argument, so I always pulled out the phone like, continue. I want to hear what you got to say when you're done. We're done. When I show you this and I replay this back in your face, and then every time I pull up the voice memos, it's like, oh man, I don't even want to talk no more. I love you, girl. I love you, girl. But yeah, I thought you was talking to this. And then they be lying. You're lying. Like that didn't never happen. Shut up.
When you're in an argument with your partner, have you ever thought about taking notes? Have you ever thought about just...
I did, and I noticed that she had the same excuse for every time I tried to have a conversation with her. She had the same excuse. Nothing I do is ever good enough. You know, nothing I do is right. When none of that was brought up, it can be something totally different, but that was always her response. And don't let me go to her and say, I don't feel the same efforts being put in, I don't feel loved, yada, yada, yada. You know what she would do? She would cry so we can get the attention off of me and onto her. So now everything's about her. I gotta baby her. I gotta console her. I gotta do something to make her happy. Even when I'm telling her I'm not feeling happy. Did I take notes? Hell yeah, I took notes. Shit, I could write the fucking book.
If you're still here, kindly put your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, a short video I'd like to share with you, or what is your take on this video? Do you think that taking notes when in an argument with your partner is going to help with the conversation or help with the argument? What is your take? For me, yeah, I've not tried it before, but I feel like it will only work for a partner that has sense, because if you're with a narcissist partner, you're with a partner that is very proud or feels like I'm the man, you know, I don't think taking notes will make you look like you're stupid, or they might even insult you on top. So I feel like this taking notes should come from the man, because if coming from the woman, it will feel like, for me, it will feel like you're not okay. The man can just look at you like, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb? I am telling you something like that. What are you trying to write? That's what I just feel anyway. Have you tried it before? Have you tried it in any of your relationship before? Are you still in the relationship? Did it work? Or you're no longer in a relationship? What happened and all of that? And somebody made a comment about narcissist mother that always want to be right. Yes, there's some partners that when you argue with them, they always want to be right. So taking notes and writing it down, when you finally come and tell them, okay, these are the things you talk about, they'll still tell you they're right because they don't even want to hear your opinion. What do you do about those partners? What do you do about those partners? And to be honest, to me, my own opinion, I don't think taking notes might change anything, but it will only change something if it's coming from a good partner, a partner that has sense, not the ones that like to be like they are superior. You know the ones I'm talking about, the dusty as raggedy men. No. We're not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the ones that are good, that they want to reconcile. They don't like conflicts. They don't want to fight with you. They want peace. They want you to be happy. So when you're in an argument with you, or they tell you, okay, this is what's going on, and you're like, okay, do you know what? For me to remember this argument, let me write it down, or let me on my voice notes so that I can hear and we can listen all over again to whatever we are arguing about. Because sometimes when you have some argument with your partner, you might not sometimes just be like, what are we even arguing about? At the end of the day, when you want to reconcile and everything, just be like, why were we even fighting to start with? You might not remember, and I don't know, that happens sometimes. So for you to remember, and so that the thing will not come back again, the argument will not come back again, it's better to take note for partners that understand, the partners that have sense, not the ones that feel like you're stupid for trying to do that. They don't see the good in what you're trying to do. They see probably, in fact, some might even slap you and beat you for trying to. They feel like you're mocking them or something. There's some men that can do that. Anyways, what is your take on this video? Kindly put your thoughts, your comments, your opinion down in the comment section. And thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified when I upload another interesting video like this one. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.